Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we're going to be taking a look at some excerpts, some auditions from Street Dance China Season 6. I've been watching the full episodes with the reactions and observations on Patreon, and whatever I am able to get from that excerpt-wise uploaded onto YouTube without copyright issues, that's what you get to see, like this video. But yeah, definitely excited to kind of take a look at all of these with you. And if you want to see any of these types of contents or my context behind a lot of what I'm coming across as, if it feels a little bit different than what you're seeing in the video, then you can check it out on Patreon because, like I said, I have the full episodes released there. I'm already getting goosebumps before he's even about to begin. Yeah. Yep. The balance and stability. Look at that. Look at that angle. God. Yeah. Is he gonna make his little butterfly? Oh, that was exactly what I expected and more. Cannot wait to talk about this right now. Here we go. I love that they were like, you need to have him do it. I love that. Okay. So starting from the top here, just notice he's going and he's creating a concept. He's already setting up his tone that he wants to set because of his eye contact he's making and the direction in which he's doing it. Notice he's looking right here. Causes you to want to focus on it. I know that's not where he is in real life, but you get my drift, right? So because he's choosing where he wants us to see, it helps us see the micro nuances or the micro intricacies that he's about to entail. I knew that going in, but those who may not have seen him before, it's just really nice in how he sets it up. Very nice full control. He goes around, sets it down, but notice his eye contact where it is where he dropped it. Then he's allowing this hand to influence what happens to that energy that he set down. From there, grabs it. Notice he does finger waves to get and pull that foot in, and that's what helps you be able to channel in to see what's going on because he's continuously looking there. He has a hyperextension of his fingers, and that really helps in this case. When you notice, it's not common to see people use their feet for these types of concepts at all. And if you notice, the range on his foot is very similar to his hyperextension range on his fingers, as well as his positions with his hands. And normally you only see that with your hands. So it's always really impressive to see this type of fluency in this particular style. Just seeing how he waved it out of the foot and then waved it out with the fingers, waved it up too, and the stability of his standing leg. That's what really helps sell this, is that he's not struggling to stand there. He's choosing to stand there, and he gets to choose when he's done. And it's really, really nice to see. Threads through. What's interesting is he didn't make contact with the leg at all when he did that, but it was still very clean as he drug it up to the leg, then sets it down. Even when he sets his positions down, you notice that it's a clean line. So as he goes down, he sets his line nice and clean. Even his foot, all the way down to the toe, is demonstrating a competent line for us to look at and view. And notice he's not doing anything with his head, not creating a sense of angle or like this extra overkill angle that's taking away from what he wants us to see. And notice when he adverts his eye contact to this side, it makes us want to engage with what's happening over here. So he does a very good job of where he looks to help us be guided on where he wants us to look. This right here, it's the first one's fine. It's the second tut that he does with the foot that is so captivating. Normally you see people just do one, but he folds it, and you don't see people fold their tuts like that or fix point their tuts with their feet. And that's what makes it so captivating here. Folds it down, and then he uses the musicality, brushing it up like a butterfly. And it's very, very eye-hand coordination heavy. If you don't, you can tell his discipline just by the fluency of his foot and his hand. Sometimes you can't tell the difference. Incredible, right? So just seeing that every angle has a purpose that he chooses for us to look at. The fold in right there, that is disgusting. That's probably taken him years to be able to have that level of fluency. Going from a finger box to isolating the integral fingers and toes. He's isolating his toes, and it's already difficult enough if you're not used to isolating the fingers. Good luck, you know. So it's just, I think it's so beautiful that we get to see so many phenomenal performers be on here to share their craft, because he has definitely made a name for himself for this type of concepts. And we didn't have the joy of seeing his butterfly that he likes to make with both hands and both feet on the ground, but I feel like we're going to see it because this is just phenom. How he chooses to fold it, and that part right there just goes back to, he starts with the hand and then he integrates a half. He uses his knuckles, right? So not only does he have to have fluency of the wrist, but also to the knuckle, and then even sometimes to the first knuckle. So being able to create micro boxes within every angle that you give, you just see his fluency so much that you can see it so clearly when he folds it in and he makes the choice of doing a finger, and then he's able to slide it and create whatever shape he wants. He's really broken. He's broken so many boxes, no pun intended here, of just how he's innovated this craft. He even waved it through. Disgusting. Threading it through again. I love that he sets this up. Doon, 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 doon. Now, I know he had an injury. I don't know if it was his knee or something, but I'm glad that he's recovered. But I love how he twists it. He's placating with his... I just can't help but laugh. It's so nice to watch. He sets it up. Look at this. He goes and he takes it, he curls it down, freeing up the thumb, the pinky, and it appears to be, he's setting up the body. Look at the, oh, goodness. Okay, let's look at this. He creates a little alien. Do you see that? It's interwoven here to create the body, but he has to be committed on both sides for all three. So it appears that whenever he has it folded in, he has to really be mindful of the type of angle he branches out. So you see, here's the thing, I am not as fluent of a tutter, but I'm trying to think of, the fact that it's taking me a very, I have to, hold on, I need to go back, because when you just see it, he sets it up, okay, so when you look at it, it looks like he curls it in and he folds it out. So it's this angle that he has. But you just see that he has such flexibility to be able to pull this down so far to where it looks like it's pointing out. That's what I was trying to catch right here. And he pops it out. It does look like an alien. It's just, you don't see people do this and just wave it up and have that level of fluency of the technique to really hit that. It's just so gorgeous. Then he takes that energy, throws it, and then he catches and creates and sets up another tutting position over. But notice that he's definitely been studying under bone breaking, because he's able to create these fixed point tuts and these folding tuts with that kind of flexibility in the back. But notice his eyes prompted us to look over here, but he set up something over here. He snaps the head back on a musicality note, and just look at the admiration that those behind him are just watching. That is gorgeous. Ding, 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 ding. I really think that what he brings to the table, it makes you, I've seen this happen when I've watched his battle because I follow him, is people have to like get really close to look. And that's just so fun that he's so captivating that he makes people get out of their seats to look at what he's doing out of admiration. It's like he's a walking sculpture of information. Folds it down into the tuds. Look at that. Bringing it down through. Bone breaking. And look, he folds this one in a position where angles, he has to angle it to where whenever it's behind like that, he has to angle it here, but still give that perception of the angle he wants it to hit. So it does appear like he's broken it. That's not necessarily the case. It's here, just the flexibility of that upper back is really used to his advantage here, and I absolutely love it. And then he folds it back, brings it around. Then, this was so nice. I love this. Uses his foot to create this speed change. But notice, he's moving everything. And that's what makes it so admirable is it's technically a head isolation he's doing. But because he's not just moving, he's not moving the arms. He's moving the entire body to where he's creating an entire rotation, including his shoulders, not just his arms. And that's why it looks so freaking cool, is that normally you see people just move the arms. No. He moves everything except the head, creating a head isolation, but done in such a tasteful way because it's symmetrical on both sides. And that's a big thing when you try to do concepts. It really helps when you deal with symmetry. And he is very fluent on both sides. And that just shows you his discipline. You cannot naturally just do this. You can't pull this out of your butt and expect something to happen. That man is trained. So just the fact that we've had the joy of being able to experience that, I'm so glad Dean got to watch that too. I don't know if he knew him prior, like Salah, but I think I would hope that he gives him a towel just from his concepts. It's definitely a huge artistic way. It's a really nice thing. I would be very curious to see what happens as he, what's the word? I feel like Dean could use Hitesh to his advantage on choreographic concepts because he can do so much integrated wise with his fingers, you know. And then you have somebody like Salah, you have a symmetrical waving fluency of the craft. So I'm definitely very excited to see what happens with him. I will be surprised if he doesn't get a towel, you know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that was helpful in some way. If you want to see any Street Fighter content, Street Dance China content, K-pop content, or dance content of the like, I have all of it on Patreon as well as a ton of it here on YouTube. If there's something that you want me to react to specifically, I have options on Patreon that you can go and check out because the holiday season is coming up. It's a really great opportunity. I may have some special discounts and special opportunities depending on what tier you choose to join that could hopefully keep spreading the holiday cheer through the end of 2023. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.